Hi guys, welcome to Charlene's Sexy Sunday Chill Out. Loving the new name. So, number of questions this week around erectile dysfunction. So I'm going to just get straight to the point. What is erectile dysfunction? So that's kind of like the sort of official term for people with penises who struggle to get hard. So their penis isn't getting hard. They want to have sex, maybe the desire is there, but the penis is not getting hard. And usually, I say usually, back in the day, we understood this to be a problem that usually older men would face. So men in their 50s, 60s, they would face that as a part of the aging process. What we now know, though, is that there are a lot of younger people that are experiencing this. And what I would say about erectile dysfunction, there are a host of reasons why you may be experiencing this. So it's always important to check out any problems with erections or ejaculations or any kind of sexual problems with a medical professional. I mean, that goes without saying. In terms of erectile dysfunction, it could be the signs of something that needs more medical investigation, so heart disease, diabetes, etc. Um, Anything that could potentially affect the arteries. So any condition that could potentially affect the arteries or clog your arteries. It could be the reason that it's showing up first in your penis where the artery is a bit smaller. So it's really important to get that checked out. And I say that because oftentimes men will come to me and say that they have this issue, they need some help with it. But there would be nothing that I could do from a psychosexual point of view if it's a medical issue. So if it's linked to diabetes, if it's linked to clogged arteries, then that's a medical issue. So I wouldn't be able to work with that. Um, Oftentimes, though, that whether it is a medical issue or not, there is some element of something psychological going on. So that's the part that I could definitely explore. So you might have heard of the term performance anxiety. I'll give you an example of performance anxiety. I think that's the best way to understand it. So you are in your, let's say, 20s and you're having sex for, let's say, for the first time, and you've had, let's say, lots of alcohol and you've been smoking for the last, I don't know, 5 years, and when you go to have sex, the erection doesn't happen, or it happens for a little while and then it starts, your penis starts to go flaccid, so it starts to go a bit soft. So you then tell yourself, oh my gosh, I've got a problem. Panic, panic, panic. What do I do? What do I do? And then in that moment, you have acknowledged, or you not necessarily acknowledged, you have told yourself that you have a problem without recognizing the external factors that have contributed to that problem at that time. So what can then happen is that every time you then go to have sex, your body recognizes, hey, these are the signs of like sex is going to take place again. Oh my gosh, my penis is not working. And so your body naturally will just go back into that same pattern of stress hormones in your body. The body's not feeling relaxed, and then the erection doesn't happen. And that happens again and again and again and again and again. Every time you're about to have sex, you start to panic, become really anxious. Your body remembers all that's happened in the past, and then it's just a cycle where that just continues to happen. Sometimes it takes sort of coming to a specialist to work with you to recognize actually there isn't a problem there at all. The problem is psychological. And then it's about talking therapy to kind of help through that, and maybe intimacy type activities to help your body to understand that actually there's nothing wrong, and it can actually, your penis can become erect. It's important to understand though that there are so many different reasons that this could be a problem. That this erection problem could be happening for you. There could be issues within the relationship. So if you don't feel good enough in the relationship, if you feel very judged in your relationship, that there's a lot of pressure, that your partner's expecting something of you. It could be that your partner made a joke about your penis size or your performance when you were having sex, and then as a result of that, you feel anxious when you're in that position to have sex. It could be an issue around body image, that you don't particularly like your body, that you don't like the way that that you engage with your partner, that you don't like sex. There could be a whole host of reasons why you may be experiencing problems with having erections. Now, there are medical reasons for that, as I've just spoken about, and there are psychological issues, of which there could be so many possibilities as a in terms of why this has happened, to include sexual, like past sexual trauma as well. But I would say that in order to really identify what the issue is, it really is important to access help, whether it's psychological help or medical help. To access help, that's really, really important. Of course, there's Viagra, and I'm sure many people know Viagra in the UK. Different brand names across the world, but Viagra in the UK. And Viagra can work if you don't have maybe some of the other factors. So it's really important to definitely check out with your doctor, because if there is another condition that you have, you might notice that Viagra is not working. Viagra also doesn't help with desire. So if you don't really fancy sex, or you don't fancy your partner, then Viagra is not the magic pill to make that work. The desire has to be there, and Viagra can help with arousal, so long as your arteries are healthy, and that they aren't damaged by maybe another medical condition. So again, check this out with your doctor. It's really, really important. I suppose in conclusion, with erectile dysfunction, don't suffer alone. I think I understand it can be very embarrassing. I know that I've spoken to, in particular, a lot of men who have said that they have sort of perfected their oral sex skills, or they sort of secretly take Viagra. It's a very isolating and lonely place to be when you're having to do that. And you don't have to. There's help out there. And, there are many men that I've worked with who have said, I really wish that I'd come to see you a little bit earlier. I've had years of sort of hiding and taking Viagra and feeling really embarrassed. And so I'd say, look, access help. This isn't a plug for psychosexual therapy, but this is, look, access help from someone that's trained in this area to support you with this. And of course, go to your doctor as well to get the help. If there is any additional support that you might need, or any questions that you want to ask me, then please do get in touch. I recognise that this topic is quite a sensitive topic, so I'm not expecting lots of comments under this post. That's absolutely fine. You can message me directly. And likewise, in terms of people clicking likes, I recognise that people are concerned about clicking like, just in case someone might know that my partner has this, or someone might feel like I have it. I know there's a lot of embarrassment around this topic, but I just want to normalise it. I want to say that people of all ages experience this at some time in their life, and I don't know one person who has a penis that has said that this has never happened to them. Stress, anxiety, issues in the relationship, too much alcohol, smoking, too much smoking, or smoke for a long period of time, that in terms of like clogging your arteries, anything like that can cause the erection not to happen the way that you want it to. So do get in touch, and I hope this video has been really helpful for you. All right, you take care now.